Hey guys, this is Pokemon Spirit Gold video number 88. In the last video, we went and explored the Seafoam Islands, caught Articuno, and I flew over here to Mahogany Town. And you guys were thinking, huh, he flew to Mahogany Town. I wonder what he's gonna do in Mahogany Town. Well, I'm not gonna do anything in Mahogany Town. What I'm gonna do is go to Mount Mortar, which is next door to Mahogany Town. Well, I guess you could say it's next door. It's close to Mahogany Town. So I'm gonna go to Mount Mortar and kind of explore over there for a little bit. You can see this video is a little bit long. It's just over 27 minutes long. But yeah, you know, it wasn't long enough for me to really justify splitting Mount Mortar up into 2 videos. And I warned you guys when I first started this after game section that some of these videos might be a little bit long, and so this is one of them. But this actually isn't the longest video. I think actually the video after this one is even longer. Let me see. Let me give you guys a little sneak peek. Oh yeah, the video after this one is 33 minutes and 47 seconds. But then that's the longest one, I promise. But anyway, we're not talking about that video right now. We're talking about this video. And this video is this one. We're here at Mount Mortar. And let's see, we're going to go in. Back when, like right before I fought Morty, I came over here to Mount Mortar and did some grinding. And it was really just in this little area right here. I really never went past this little area here to do my training. So, I didn't pick up any items in here. I didn't fight any trainers in here before when I came to do the grinding. So, everything that I'm doing here is stuff that you can do too, I guess. There's nothing here that won't be done or something like that. Okay, Repel's effect wore off. Great. An item that prevents weak wild Pokemon from appearing for 200 steps after it's used. And really, if I had been smart, I would have come in here sooner. Because, well, you'll see why. I'm going to battle this guy. And he's not losing this time. So I guess he lost before to someone. And this is Pokemaniac Harrison. And he has a Nidoking at level 25. So I'm going to send out my level 64 Donovan. And this is why I should have come in here sooner, because these trainers have Pokemon that are like really like under level compared to mine. You're really meant to come through here like when you get there, like to this area of the game, which I got here like a long time ago, like video probably 20 something. So, or maybe 30 something, I don't know. It was a long time ago. And yeah, so all the Pokemon in here that I will fight are severely under-leveled. But that's okay, that's what I get for putting this off for so long. Also, I should say, before I get too far into the cave, if you're playing along and you want to get the Tyrogue, that's the little fighting type Pokemon that evolves into the Hitmons, depending on how you raise it, like Hitmonchan, Lee, Top. If you want to get the Tyrogue, you need to leave an open space in your party. I didn't leave an open space in my party because I don't want the Tyrogue. But if you want the Tyrogue, leave an open space in your party and come through here. And the guy who gives you the Tyrogue is all the way in the back of the cave. It's like the farthest back you can go in the cave. That's where he is. So, you'll have to go through most of this cave, battle pretty much all the trainers with just the 5 Pokemon. If you wait as long as I did, it shouldn't be an issue. If you're coming through here earlier in the game, I still don't think it should really be an issue. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. I'm all hiccupy. Anyway, here we are up here now. Let's go down these stairs. Oh! It is a revive. I can use that to revive my Pokemon if they faint. Which they shouldn't. If one of my Pokemon faints in here, I'm gonna be like really pissed. Because that would just mean that I suck. I mean, you can't... I mean, level 25 Nidoking against level 64 Swampert. I mean, who the hell else is supposed to win that battle? Not the Nidoking. Okay, I'll go ahead and give you that hint. All right, it's not the Nidoking who's supposed to win that battle. It's the Swampert. Okay, so we just use strength on that rock, and now we're gonna go up here and explore this rest of this cave. Let's see what's up here. Is there an item up here? Oh yeah. This is a Ultra Ball, so I can use that to catch an Ultra Pokemon. And yeah, that's basically what I can do with that. Oh, another item. A Max Potion. That's like a Max Potion. And see, if this had been like the anime, it'd have been like, oh, is there a May Potion too? Ha 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 ha. No. Okay, maybe not. I'm a little bit tired, guys, if you can't tell. If I don't sound, I know I'm not very usually enthusiastic to begin with when I narrate these, but if I sound even less enthusiastic than normal today, it's because I'm just a little bit tired. I've been kind of busy working all day, and I smell like Clorox, and yeah, I'm just a little tired. I don't think I'm high on Clorox. Can you get high on Clorox? I don't know. I'm not gonna find out, but if you can, I don't think you can. Y'all ever see that movie, My Big Fat Greek Wedding? It came out like a few years ago. But anyway, the dad in that movie thought that you could heal anything with Windex. Like, oh, you got a cut? Oh, spray some Windex on it. Oh, you ran into a wall? You know, spray some Windex on it. You know, anything. Oh, spray some Windex on it. Well, that's pretty much the same way as my grandmother is with Clorox. Like, especially when it comes to mosquito bites. Like if you get a mosquito bite, oh, she's putting Clorox on it. And that's not why I smell like Clorox. It's because I've been like cleaning stuff. But yeah, that just kind of made me think of that. Like, oh, if you get a mosquito bite, oh, put some Clorox on it. Put some Windex on it. I don't know. Oh, there's Professor Oak. What's he saying? Oh, I guess I've been catching Pokemon. Alright, well, we defeated that super nerd pretty easily. Now we're gonna rock climb down this rocky wall. And Snorlax is gonna use rock climb, and he's gonna be like, oh, rock climb, and I'm gonna be like, yeah. What is this? It is a full incense. Speaking of Snorlax, I believe that is the item that you give to Snorlax to breed a Munchlax. Aw, really? Oh, a Clefairy. If you're like playing this game and you're like, I want to use a Clefairy, but I don't know if I want to use a Clefairy or a Jigglypuff, use a Clefairy. Because I actually looked it up the other day, and Clefairy's stats are actually just a tiny bit better than Jigglypuff's. I've always kind of paired those two Pokemon together, but Clefairy is, stat-wise, Clefairy is actually a little bit better. There's your little random Pokemon tidbit of the day. And what is this? This better have been worth it. A Dubious Disc. You can use that to evolve Porygon 2 into Porygon Z. A Dubious Disc. Yeah, that item has been like bugging me ever since I saw it and knew I couldn't get to it when I came through here the very first time. When I was going from Icrutique City to Mahogany Town. And I saw it sitting there and I was like, I want that item but I can't get to it. And it's a Dubious Disc. I think I already have one, but yeah, never hurts to have an extra. Yeah, that's Porygon 2 and a Porygon Z. I think it's the upgrade that evolves Porygon into Porygon 2. I don't need to be out here, and my character became all glitchy when I did that. I've gotten a couple of people commenting on my videos saying, oh, my Pokemon become, like, my characters become glitchy, and, stuff. Like, how do I fix that? And usually what I say is just open up, like, a menu, like your Pokemon menu or your item bag menu, and close it. and see if it unglitches. And just so you know, guys, I get a lot of PMs from people asking me like, oh, my game freezes at this point or stuff, you know, how do I fix it? I'm not really an expert, guys. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not really an expert on these games, how they work. I just know how to play them. I've had the same issues you guys have had, and I've just you know, figured it out by trial and error. You know, try something, it doesn't work, try something else. Google is your friend when things like this come up. If you're using no cache GBA and you get a message that when you try to like start the thing, type in that message word for word on Google, because other people have had that issue and resolved it, and they've put how to resolve it up on Google. So Google is your friend. I mean, typically when people ask me questions like that, I'll try to answer it and like try to remember what I did, but it was such a long time ago, I really don't remember. And you know, I try to help out as much as I can, but I don't think I'd give very good advice. If I do, you know, that's great, but you'd be better off consulting Google than me when it comes to issues, little glitch issues like that. You know, I think a lot of it just has to do with it's part of the game. It's gonna happen. I don't know if there's really any way to get rid of it. That's Protector, which evolves Rhydon into Rhyperior. But Spirit Gold, a little bit with Storm Silver, but more so with Spirit Gold. I don't think not at all with Blaze Black. I don't know if I like ever ran into a glitchy problem with Blaze Black. But with Spirit, I have no idea why I just did that, by the way. Moved the rock and then went out the door. But yeah, with Spirit Gold, more so than Storm Silver, there were a lot of glitches, freezes, stuff like that at the beginning of the game. And really the best thing to do is just save the game constantly. Like every, you know, every key battle you see, every time I fight a gym leader, I save the game. Every time I go to catch a legendary Pokemon, I save the game. You know, that way, you know, you do all this stuff and you don't lose your you know, your progress. Because when I went to catch Ho-Oh the first time, I caught Ho-Oh, and then as I was going down the stairs of the bell tower, my game froze, and I hadn't saved. And I was like, are you kidding me? And I didn't save before I caught Ho-Oh, and there was a Jirachi in that tower too. So I hadn't saved since like before I went through the tower, so I'd start over and go through and recatch Jirachi and Ho-Oh. And that was all here in Spirit Gold, so all I can say is save very frequently, because if you don't, you know, you'll lose progress. So save. You heard that joke that goes, oh, how does it go? Like Jesus and the devil are like sitting at computers, and they're you know, they're working on the computers or whatever, and all of a sudden the power goes out, and you know, the devil brings his computer back up, the power goes out and then it comes back on, and the devil brings his computer back up and all his work is lost. And then Jesus brings his computer back up and all his work is there. And they're like, oh, why does, you know, Jesus have, you know, his work, you know, there, but the devil lost all of his? And the answer was, well, it's because Jesus saves. You know, he saves his work on the computer, but, you know, he saves. I don't know. I always thought that was a funny joke. But anyway, the moral of the story is save your game constantly. That way when it freezes, you won't lose all your progress. Okay, enough of my little pep talk. Okay, we pretty much did all we could do in the outer entrance area of Mount Mortar. There's 3 entrances to Mount Mortar. There's the left, right, and middle. The left and right basically go to the same place, but the middle entrance is the one you want to go into if you want to find the Tyrogue. So yeah, that's where you're gonna go. So this guy says, "Yo, Marcus." And we're challenged by Super Nerd Hugh. And he sends in, wow, a level 42 Seadra. And I guess the Pokemon here are a little bit higher level because in order to get to here, you have to use Waterfall. And you don't get Waterfall until, like, almost the very end, right? Yeah. Yeah, you pick up Waterfall in, the Ice Path. And then I think it's Claire's badge that actually allows you to use Waterfall. So. Anyway. Oh, here's an item. What is it? It is a rare candy. Awesome. I will use that when I go to fight the big guy. Red. And like I said, I'm going to have to do some major grinding before I go fight Red. And I'm also going to fight the Elite Four again. So I'm probably going to do a little bit of grinding before I fight the Elite Four. And then a little bit more grinding after that, after I battle Red. And really the best way to do it, I've done a little bit of it. And the best way to do it is just to keep battling the gym trainers. Like in the fighting dojo. Because their Pokemon are pretty much leveled in the mid-60s. And once you get your Pokemon like kind of leveled up enough, it gets to the point where you can take out their team with just one Pokemon. Like obviously Donovan is only at level 65 in this video, but I've played up to, let's just say I've played up to basically just before I'm battling Red, and I'm just narrating all of these as I upload them. But I've played up to that point, and once Donovan got to like in the upper 60s, like 68, 69, 70, it got to where he could sweep Blaine's entire team by himself. So I would just go fight Blaine over and over again, and you know, that was a really good way of getting Donovan to level up. And then for Q-Tip, I fought Erica over and over again. Infernape, I fought Jasmine over and over again. And then, oh, Infernape and Tundra, actually. I fought Jasmine over and over again. And actually, Jasmine was really good for training Infernape, Tundra, and Pure Mayhem. Because I was just... Tundra's Earth Power does really good against those Pokemon. Since they're Steel, so they're kind of strong against physical types. But Earth Power is a special type, so it did really good against the Steel type Pokemon. There's TM40 Aerial Ace. And then, Erica, I use Erica for Q-Tip, and Brock for Jethro. So, you know, Brock and Misty for Jethro. But, yeah, I mean, like I said, once your Pokemon get up into the high 60s, it gets to where they can basically take on those gym leader teams all by themselves. So that's pretty good for training. And I think it's better training really than the Elite Four. Because when it gets to be that time of day, or that you know, that day of the week and that time of day, like when you're supposed to call them, like I think Brock is Saturday night. And if you don't want to wait till Saturday night, or if you have, you know, something going on Saturday night, you know, what you can do is just set the clock on your computer to Saturday night, and then battle Brock over and over again. So you just battle Brock, you leave the dojo, and you call him on the Pokegear, you go in there, battle him again, leave, call him, go in there, battle him again. You just battle him over and over, and that's a great way to grind. As opposed to just going and fighting wild Pokemon in Mount Silver, because that's what I was planning on doing until I realized, oh, I can just battle the gym leaders over and over again. Because it gets you higher experience battling trainer Pokemon. And also what I did is I went to Route 13 and caught a bunch of Chansey, and I caught like 4 Chansey, and only one of them was holding a lucky egg. So Yeah, I gave the lucky egg. I give the lucky egg to the Pokemon I'm using primarily in the battle that I'm in. So Donovan was using the lucky egg the whole time he was battling Blaine, which is why he was able to level up pretty quickly. That lucky egg really comes in handy when you're grinding. But yeah, Route 13 you can catch Chansey. If you're still kind of early in the game, another place you can catch a Chansey that I wish I had known about earlier is Route 43, which is the route you take from Mahogany Town to the Lake of Rage. Oh, here he is. He's the Karate King, and he trains alone. You battle with me. Hararg! Okay, so we're going to battle with this here Karate King. I'll finish what I was saying after the battle. And he KO sends out Hitmonlee, level 34. Go, Donovan! See, he has a level 34 Hitmonlee, and the guy who was looking for Marcus earlier had like a level 42 Seadra. So that guy with a Seadra could probably kick this guy's behind. So I just used, oh, he's at level 64. I said he was at 65 earlier, but he's at 64. But I used Waterfall, and now that's dead Hitmonlee. Now he's sending in Hitmonchan. And using Vacuum Wave, which I think is a priority move, because Vacuum Wave always seems to go first. And I know Donovan is faster than Hitmonchan. I mean, just look, he's 30 levels higher. He has to be faster, right? Anyway, Waterfall is a dead Hitmonchan, so Donovan is almost to level 65. If he had had a Hitmontop, that probably would have been level 65. His training is not enough. As proof of his defeat, he will give me a fighting type Pokemon, but I have no room in my party, which is fine. But he'll give us a Tyrogue if we battle him or beat him. Anyway, I don't think I could have gotten through there, so I don't know if that's why I left or not. But I'm going to come back this way, and Repel's effect wore off. There's still some other items I need to pick up. But, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. On Route 43, you can catch a Chansey. And not all the Chanseys are holding the lucky egg, but some of them are. Like I said, I caught like 4 of them, and only one of them was holding a lucky egg. Some of them aren't holding anything. Some of them were holding like an oval stone or something. But if you can catch a Chansey that's holding a lucky egg, that lucky egg will really come in handy when you're just, you know, training your Pokemon, like in general. So, like I said, I kind of wish I had had a lucky egg earlier in the game, but, you know, what are you going to do? It's not too late in Storm Silver. I might go back in Storm Silver and see if I can find a Chansey there on Route 43 and catch it. There's a Dragon Scale. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't miss any items. Yes, Snorlax use Surf. Okay, well, I think we pretty much did what we needed to do in there. Let's see. Did I ever go down that ladder? I don't think I did. Let's go down and see what there is. Oh, look, it's another Pokeball. The water is a deep blue. Would you like to surf on it? Yes, use Surf, Snorlax. And he's like, oh, Snorlax, ball. And I'm like, oh, that's Repel's effect wore off. Let's see, I saw an item over, and there's one back there too. This is a Max Ether, which will fully restore the PP of one move. The Max Elixir is the one that fully restores the PP of all the moves, but that's just the Ether. Okay, a full restore. That will fully restore the HP of a Pokemon and heal any status conditions. Full restores can come in handy. I typically carry around all the status condition healers, but you know, and the hyper potions. But you know, those things are good. Speaking of hyper potion, found one right there. Hyper potion. I wish a full restore would heal the PP too. Heal the PP. There's the strength rock to get to the Karate King back there, but I don't think we can really. I don't think we can get there from here. No, see, can't get there from here. No, you can. I guess you can strength that the other way to get back from the Karate King, but and then it's just kind of a quicker way through the cave, I guess. I thought, maybe that you might be able to get there from that strength, because his Pokemon weren't very high level. So there must be a way to get to him without having to use Waterfall, because I mean, if the only way to get to him is by using Waterfall, I mean, I would think your Pokemon would be a lot higher level compared to his already. I'm just saying. Here's a Horsea, go Donovan. Let's see, the fact that I'm not using repels makes me think that I ran out. So, okay, there's a PP up. That will, like, permanently raise the PP of an item's move, of a Pokemon's move by 1. So, like, I used a couple of those on Caesar for his close combat, because close combat typically has a PP of 5. But now it has a PP of 7, which comes in handy. Those 2 extra moves comes in handy. Anyway, see you next time. Whirl Islands.